What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. This is Smart TCG, and today I'm going to be going over the craziest Arceus deck at the North American International Championships, and that is going to be the list that got top 8 piloted by Michael Catron. So we have Arceus V-Star here with that Trinity Nova, being able to power up your V attackers, and then Starbirth, arguably the best ability in the game, searching your deck for 2 of any cards and putting them into your hand. This is going to be the list that we're going to be showing off today. It is absolutely crazy, but when you start to think about it, it actually kind of starts to make a lot of sense. You have Umbreon VMAX, which is fantastic, versus Gardevoir, and also Mew VMAX with that Max Darkness, being able to hit weakness against those decks, along with a fantastic ability in Dark Signal, being a boss's orders effectively when you put it onto the field. You have other attackers like Flying Pikachu, which are great versus things like Palkia, and also very, very good versus the Lost Zone engine as well. We also have Slacking with that kind of lazy ability. If you have exactly 2, 4, or 6 prize cards remaining, this Pokemon can't attack, which you might be thinking that's relatively mediocre as this deck only plays one Path to the Peak. However, there's a combination that you can use with Spiritomb, which its ability Fettered in Misfortune turns off basic Pokemon V in play's abilities, which means you can shut off Kinda Lazy and just continuously attack with heavy impact turn after turn after turn. Very good in the mirror match, or specifically Arceus mirror matches with things like Choice Belt. You can one-shot them relatively easily. You have the Radiant Hawlucha plus Alakazam combo to be able to move damage around. It also creates for an infinite lock effectively, where you can use Umbreon V's Mean Look paired up with a double Turbo Energy on something like a Radiant Greninja, specifically against Gardevoir, and you can continuously deal 10 damage and move that off with Alakazam onto the bench to then set up a massive 4 or 5 prize card turn with the Radiant Hawlucha paired up with a KO on top of it. Really good strategy. It's called the Mean Look Lock, and that's pretty much how you achieve it. You also have Medicham as well. You can do it too that way. Got yourself Lumineon for consistency too, and the rest of the list here is relatively standard. With that being said, if you're looking for the list, it's going to be in the description. And with that being said, if you enjoy the content, make sure you leave a like and subscribe. All right, let's hop into some games. All right, everyone, so hopping into it here, it looks like we're going to be playing up against Miraidon or some type of Magnezone deck here. I have ourselves a relatively good hand. We got ourselves an Ultra Ball for an Arceus, which is just always a good thing. So yeah, we'll see how we're able to do here. There is the Tandem unit being used. All right, so this is kind of an interesting hand. I'm gonna try and figure out how to navigate this. We have Ultra Ball. We can Ultra Ball for an Arceus. There is an argument to potentially, okay, that makes things easier. There is an argument to push for double Turbo Energy here. But I think especially since they didn't have a good start, there's not really a need to, right? I think that's something that's always important to recognize, is that you sometimes don't need to always push for that hyper aggressive play when you don't need to. And I think just taking this guarantee that I'll be able to do something next turn just kind of feels worth it. Because if I judge and I miss energy, I just lose most likely. So I think it's just worthwhile to do this, and just because with Pikachu, even though the Pikachu does have free retreat, it still is, I think, just better to make this, I guess, kind of safe play here. And then okay, yeah, I think we'll just pass it off to them here. Alrighty, there is the Dialga. Okay, so it's Dialga we're going up against. All right, that's what I thought, or that's what I was like kind of assuming. But okay, it looks like they just passed. However, we are gonna bail them out here, unfortunately, but it is what it is. I think we're gonna grab Slacking, because Slacking can actually one-shot a V-Star with Choice Belt. And Spiritomb in play. So I think that's actually what we're going to do here. So let's grab Slacking. Let's put that down on the field. I can't Hawlucha to get damage down already. That seems fine. It makes it easier with Alakazam, so I don't necessarily have to instantly find some other things. So yeah, we'll go find entry. 1 doesn't really matter. And then we'll just Iono here. Just looking for an Arceus. See what we get here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and we did not. Sick. Well, that's not what we wanted. Okay. So I guess that makes things interesting here, right? So we can go here, retreat into Arc, and then Trinity Charge. Going to just load up the Slacking here. 1, 2, 3. All right. So yeah, not optimal for sure. Not optimal. So hopefully they just Iono or judge me again, and then we're fine. but we'll see. All right, there is the candy. Into Magnezone. Right off the bat there. See what else I got. There is a second rare candy as well into a second Magnezone. So I just Iono'd them into double Magnezone, double rare candy. That's insane. It depends what... Oh my lord. Okay. Please grab Iona or Judge here. I beg you. What are they getting? What are they getting? Maybe they do get Iona. They're thinking. All right, what you got? What you got? What you got? We'll see. They're still making that decision. What could it possibly be? Ah, it's a research. Okay. So yeah, hoping from 2 Giga Magnets they don't find the energies that they need. Because if they do, we're in trouble. Oh boy, there's 2. You Giga Magnet again here. There is a chance they miss, but would not be surprised if they hit it. Yeah, they hit it. Okay, so they do need to research now into energy plus, or just a way to switch plus Dialga V-Star. So that is potentially some work they need to go through. There's the energy. Okay, never mind. There's the energy into the Dialga, and we're gonna see that Star Chronos, which does not actually take a KO here. So they might just Star Chronos into Metal Blast, or they might just Metal Blast here. I don't know. Okay, so there's Star Chronos, does not knock out. That's fine. V-Guard showing its usefulness. All right. All right, what could they be getting here? What you got? What you got? What you got? They're thinking about it. They're trying to figure out probably what they want to do. If I'm them, I'm chasing Slacking here. Slacking is the only thing that can KO them. We can actually guarantee, yeah, because so about Slacking, if you get 2, 4, 6 prizes, this Pokemon can't attack. So unfortunately, I can't attack just yet. However, if I get Spiritomb, I'll be able to actually attack. So there is definitely work to do though on this turn. I gotta just Flying Pika. That's for retreat. All right, top deck is the Lumineon. All right, so that is very good for me. I think at this point we're gonna use Luminous Sign. All right, let's get ourselves a Iono. Okay. We can go attach Iono here. I guess I could Umbreon something up, but I don't think there's a reason to. And I need to find Spiritomb. Ideally, Spiritomb Belt. Spiritomb Belt will be best case scenario. Oh, okay. All right, so we've done it already. So we'll go Nest Ball here, grabbing Spiritomb, bench that down, retreat into the Slaking, which will turn on its heavy impact attack. We're going to be able to put down the Choice Belt as well, and we're going to be able to use heavy impact for 290 damage, destroying this Dialga, sending it to the discard pile. Going to be able to take a couple prize cards, and all those energies, most importantly, are now gone. And I have, most importantly, time to be able to develop a board state. The Slacking is going to go absolutely ham on them, so we're looking okay right now. Definitely looking like we have a real shot in this game. All right, yeah, there's the Avery. Discard those 2. All right, so I guess the question is now what they did. Now what do they do, right? Looks like they're going to start off with the Giga Magnet, going to attempt to power up their Magnezone. That's okay. So the Avery actually helps us because it allows us to get Arc down again. And Arc is very good in this situation because I can attempt to power that up because that will just pretty much mean that all my attackers after that should be pretty easy to set up. Just because of the fact that Trinity Nova attaches a bunch of energies, so we're looking pretty okay here. All right, Arceus, touch double turbo, All right, and then we can just go heavy impact for the KO. I already have Arceus in hand, so even if they Giga Magnet me again here and take the KO, I can just Iono them to 2, Trinity Nova down to 2, and then I'm fine just after that. So it looks like he's kind of surprised of what's happening. He might not know that Spiritomb actually shuts off Slacking V's ability, but it's quite interesting. It's quite interesting. So, all right, there's the energy. They're going to need to research Burning even more. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Kind of surprising they got rid of this Dialga here, because now they might only have 1 left. So kind of interesting there. But now our goal pretty much is just finding boss. If we can get this KO on this Magnezone and then just find boss the next turn to take out something like that Lumineon, we'll be looking at pretty nice. Some kind of wish there were 2 Slacking in this deck because this is pretty crazy. All right, there's the Giga Magnet for 1. Not going to be able to attack here from the looks of it. Which the problem now is that since this Magnezone gets knocked out, often Iono, they need to find Rare Candy, Magnezone, plus a Dialga V-Star. There's just so much they need to find, right? So we're going to go Attachment here and then just Iono once more. Yeah, I could research dig for boss, but if they Iono me, which is a higher chance with how big that hand is that they have the Iono, it's just not really worth it. I did find the Alakazam. I guess I could move a damage a little bit around, but it doesn't really matter. Like, this 10 isn't super relevant, so I think we'll just hold the bench spot open and then just heavy impact for KO. So yeah, I could have researched, maybe found boss's orders a little bit more, but if I just kind of let them have that like 7-card hand, they probably have something like an Iono, right? And there's the concession. Looks like we were able to take down that Dialga deck. So first game, pretty good, pretty easy there. It got a little bit scary, but our Slacking was able to carry the distance for us. But anyways, that's the first one. Let's hop into the next one. Alrighty, so hopping into the next game here, it looks like we're going to be going up against Palkia or Chien-Pao. Probably Chien-Pao with Palkia. So here's a Nest Ball getting himself that Radiant Greninja. He's going to be able to use that concealed cards along with, looks like another Nest Ball as well. Gotta assume that if you see Palkia or Greninja, it's probably going to be Chien-Pao. Yeah, I'm assuming that's what it is based off their start. Yeah, we'll see how it goes. There's a concealed cards getting rid of a water energy there. There could just be Palkia though. You don't really know, right? There's the energy. Because if it is Palkia, we'll just go Flying Pika. So, okay, it looks like it might just be Palkia. Interesting. Okay. And whew, that is quite the top deck, everyone. Really, really good for me here. I think we'll discard these 2. Seems fine. Bench Flying Pika. 8100, 240, and 60 and 80. I mean, I don't think they're actually going to be able to knock me out here. So I could just bench Flying Pika and then just Trinity Charge. I don't really think there's anything wrong with that. Because I also could go Hawlucha here, 10-10, then move the damage around, potentially later on. Mate set up Slacking, so I think we're just going to do that and Trinity Charge. Sometimes just because you have cards don't mean you necessarily have to play them, and this is kind of a perfect situation of where this has came up, where we don't actually have to play our cards here, right? Even though we technically could have done something, right? So in this situation, just because you have something doesn't mean you have to play it. So anyways, here's the Palk coming out. Origin form Palkia V-Star hitting the board. And then just got to hope this Flying P on the bench survives. All right, there's the energy search. Yeah, maybe this is just Chien-Pao and they just haven't set up the Chien-Pao part of the deck. Which we're okay with, to be quite honest with you, because Flying Pika is really good against Chien-Pao. There is concealed cards being used, discarding 1 water energy and drawing 2 more. Definitely going to be looking to continue to develop that board state. Things like B-Barrel makes sense to be able to hit the board here, as we see that Ultra Ball being used to be able to discard a water energy and an Irida, getting themselves that B-Barrel. Here comes the B-Barrel, going to be able to use that Industrious Incisors. Incisors or Incisors? I believe it's Incisors. But people like to say Incisors. Incisors kind of sounds a little better, I think. So yeah, but anyways, yeah, off to the races here. Here comes that Irida being used. This is a big sign that there most likely is not going to be a boss's orders or any type of gust effect onto that Flying Pikachu, which does mean that we'll be able to use it to be able to take a big KO next turn, most likely. So anyways, Irida, yep, getting themselves Palkia and an Ultra Ball here. There is the Ultra Ball, discarding 1 and 2. Let's see what they end up getting here. There is the Mew. Yeah, so I guess it was Turbo Palk. Okay, interesting. And then they're going to be able to use that Industrious Incisors to draw up to 5 new cards here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. All right. There's the Echo. Ooh, Echo Horn. So doing 80, 100, 120, 140, 160, 180. But that just guarantees they can never KO me anyways, right? Because that means if they use Escape Rope or something like that, I just give them Medicham. So 20, 40, 160, 180. Yeah, there's really no threat at the moment. Okay. We're looking good. The Flying Pika looks like it's going to be able to survive. There is the energy. You gotta assume no V-Star is needed here. Here comes Lost City. I mean, I guess I could V-Star just to get it out of the way because they can assume that their Palkia will get knocked out. So V-Star in here is like totally fine. They could potentially V-Star in something like Radiant Greninja, maybe set that up to be able to go then Ninja and then Subspace Swell. They have options for sure. So anyways, there is the Subspace Swell. Top deck ourselves in Iono. Probably not something we need at the moment. We're going to be able to grab ourselves an Arc V-Star. We have already just the guaranteed with Arc V-Star because we can just use Starbirth, but we're always going to research first, try and find it naturally, which we didn't, but that's okay. We can retreat into the Flying Pika. We can then attach an energy here, use Starbirth to be able to get ourselves a Flying Pikachu. We could also just get ourselves a Spiritomb. Doesn't really hurt. I guess Boss's Orders is probably best to get here, just so we have that for next turn. And we're going to be able to use the Flying Pika. I think we're also going to use Nest Ball here just to bench something. I guess we don't have any Umbreons. It's actually quite annoying. So I guess we're not going to bench that. So I guess there's something else we really need to bench here. So, all right. The Flying Pika has been activated. Max Balloon going to be able to take down this Palkia here. Would have loved to get ourselves an Umbreon just to guarantee that we can have a Gust effects next turn. But we prized those, unfortunately. There's the Umbreon showing its face there. So all right, it's Ultra Ball, discarding Battle VIP Pass, and Cross Switcher. There is the Cross Switcher gone, and there's Palkia. So yeah, they could maybe go Boss then Cross Switcher, or I don't know. They have some things that they could potentially do, right? So, but they're definitely on the back foot. Bidoof. All right. There is Melanie. Let's see what cards being used. 1 and 2. It's the energy. All right. Let's see what they end up doing there. Oh, looks like couldn't do it. I think they kind of realized it was just going to get knocked out and they couldn't take the KO there. So that's Arc, whatever this deck is. Arc, Slacking, Flying, Pikachu, Umbreon, shenanigans. But anyways, once again, shout out Michael Catron for performing so well at the biggest international championship of all time. But with that being said, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoy the content, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. Go check out the Dead Draw Gaming website if you're looking for any cards that you see in this video. Make sure to go check it out. Have great prices on stuff like that. Also graded cards as well. Anyways, with that being said, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. This is SmartTCG, and I'll speak to you again soon. Peace.